Hello, this is just a quick review for F1 2023. It's the free game that you get this month if you're on PlayStation Plus. And I'm not really a F1 fan. I'm more of a rally kind of off-roading kind of person. So F1 isn't really my sport, but I can appreciate the amount of detail that went into this game, because the amount of options that you can do. I mean, at the beginning, it asks you what kind of stuff do you want, standard, or do you want advanced options and stuff like that. So I picked advanced just to see what it was. And it's like really in depth. So if you are a big Formula One fan, then you'll absolutely love this because of the amount of attention to detail that they've actually went into. And you can actually start as an existing motorsport company with their own car, their own race team, like McLaren or Ferrari, and you can just create your own driver and then be a part of Ferrari or whatever, and you can drive because you're racing against all the real people like Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen and like all the proper races. So it's true to the real life F1 that actually happens. But I picked where it's like you are the owner of a new team and you're also the driver. So you're a brand new like racing team. You don't have any sponsors, you don't have much budget, you've got limited resources, and you have to try and build yourself up through the ranks. But even that, you can pick like how much of a beginner you are. You can like have where you've got really limited resources and hardly any budget, or you can have like a really high budget with like shitloads of resources and stuff like that. Like, so they've got a lot of choices there. If you like, depending if you're a beginner, intermediate, or an expert Formula One like game player. Whereas I never play these games, so I'm just put it on easy. You can change the difficulty as well, and I think it's just numbered. I think it's like from 1 to 100 or something. So you can put it down to zero if you want, and you know, even if you're the shittest driver in the world, you'll still like win a race, or if not, you'll become like at least on the podium. And that's so. Like I said, I just chose to make my own team. So you get to choose what engine and stuff to use. It's got the durability and the performance, and then at the bottom, it's got how much of your budget that you get to spend on that technology. And this is my own. You design the livery, you design your helmet, you design your gloves, your race suit. You do your sponsors. You can place your sponsors. Like the liveries and stuff. And like I said, it's just so in depth of what it actually is to be a Formula One driver or like a Formula One team. So you actually get a chance to design all your motorsport colours. You design your own emblem for your race. Like mine's, because I said my company was called Cosworth, so it's like a blue circle with a C inside. You can pick these like the emojis that you do when you come out and win a race. You can like pick everything, absolutely everything. And then that's not to mention when you actually do start, you go back to the HQ and then you have to do like research and development to improve your aerodynamics, what kind of tires you want to use, like the performance and the durability of your engine and stuff like that. Like it's so in depth. You've got to pick a teammate as well. That goes into your budget. Obviously, the better the teammate, the more he's going to cost to hire and stuff like that. And then you just work yourself through the seasons. Like, I think my first race was in Bahrain, so it's the actual tracks that like Lewis Hamilton drives in real life. It's like the actual countries. Everything is to real life counterpart, but like I said, you just create your own stuff. Or you can just jump into a ready-made team. So there's absolutely shitloads of stuff you can do. You can do the driving simulation stuff like that to practice, and also you do things like race days. because it says like at the end of the day, the team want to go out for a drink or a meal, so you have to organize that. And depending on what you pick, is like the morale of the team and stuff like that. Like it's so in depth. Obviously, you can see all the options at the top there. Look, the aerodynamics, the powertrain, the marketing, all your personal stuff, the chassis, the durability. Like it goes over the top, like beyond, above and beyond, with the options and stuff that you've got. And this is like one of those track days where you'll get invited to a track day to do like a little, like an objective, just to like break it up, so you're not just basically doing all the racing. I think I had to have an average speed of 100 mile an hour or something like that. So you've got to try and keep it close, or anything over 90 mile an hour or something like that. I can't remember what it was now, but it's only a short little section of the track. It's like one or two corners, like when you go through those barriers like that, and then it'll bring up your average time, 97.99, and then you get 3 runs to do, to like try and pass the objective. And obviously you get different cars, different tracks, so it keeps it interesting. If you're just getting a bit bored of like doing a full season of just racing around, then at least you get these little mini games, I suppose, to like break it up. I left the driving line on because most people take it off, and I would normally take it off if I was driving, say, a rally game or something like that, like Gran Turismo or something. I would always just take the race line off, but because the cars are so fast, unless you're going to keep glancing at the mini map to know when the corners are coming up, I just need it as an indicator when I need to brake, which is cheating, I suppose, like where it turns red, orange, yellow. You know how hard to press, and because it's a where I'm playing on PS5, you've got the haptic feedback for the accelerator and the brake, so you can feel how hard to press the brakes and stuff before it locks up. And also you get loads of drivers aids. You've obviously got your traction control and stuff like that, but there's also really technical stuff like DRS and like all this other stuff which I don't really understand. So that's why I just put it onto easy, just so I could like play as an amateur. And this is another thing, like when you get to the main menu, you've got an option where you can either do like your career, or you can do like an F1 season where you just jump in and you can, it's like pick up and play. And then you also get this where it's like, if you've ever played FIFA, you know how you could do my player or whatever it was called, where it puts you in scenarios. You're already a part of the team, you've already got a car, and it just hoys you in a different scenario. So you're in 13th and you've got to try and, or you're in 20th or something, and you've got to try and make it to like 11th place or higher or something like that. So there's that side of it as well. So if you think I can't be bothered to make my own team and just do like a random season where I'm working my way from the beginning, you can actually continue like from, I think it's 2022 F1 game. That's when the first implemented this kind of thing into the game, and this is like part 2. I forgot what it's called now. Actually, it's not my career. It's something else, but it's where the character that you play is a continuation from the previous game. So this is just like a second part of his career, and so it's like a story mode basically, which I thought was a nice touch, because like I said, I'm not really a big fan of F1, so I haven't played the other game. So, but you can just continue on, and it's like a sort of, it's not very long because I've only done 2 races, and it says I'm 33% through the progression after 2 races. So I'm guessing there's only about 6 or 7 races, and then you're gonna, have completed it. But still, it's worth playing, and it's nice to just put on if you're getting sick of your other games and you feel like just having a few races. And also they've got like a rewind flashback. So if you like, if you're winning, and then you fuck up on one corner and you slide out like that, you can like rewind it, and it shows you like a replay, and then you press square when you want the flashback to kick in, and then it picks up from there, and you can try that corner again. Because some of the races are like 20 laps and stuff, so you can spend a long time doing it, and then throw the race away on the last corner. But if you like the look of it, and it's free to download, so you may as well get it and put it in your library. But if you do like the look of it, just go and download it and give it a shot, because it's worth playing, and the graphics are good and everything, so you may as well. So that's it, really. So yeah.